Good time zone, everyone, and welcome to Curse of Sapphics. My name is Aki, or Akino if you're feeling fancy. My pronouns are she, her, and you can find me on several projects all over the internet at some variation of Akinomiiart. I will be your lovely game mother as we embark on a treacherous adventure called Curse of Sapphics. This is blah 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 blah. This actual play is a retelling of Curse of Strahd, an adventure book for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. We are doing things very, very differently, as Curse of Sapphics is a multi-dimensional system swap over to Pathfinder to be remastered. Shit gets fucked. If you don't like the story that you see, please fuck off. The only accuracy I care about is the health and safety of my players and the cultural aspects I included with help of sensitivity consultants. Joining me today, we have our cast. I was thinking of like an adjective.
Bitches.
Yeah, I was no. I was thinking of like an adjective to
Our
like put.
bitches.
Yeah, never mind. We have our bitches. Please. Well, we're missing one bitch, but that bitch needs to go make money. So I'm very proud of them. Rest of y'all, not that proud of you. Please tell us a bit about yourselves, your character's ancestry, class, and blah 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 blah, and what is their favorite food.
Oh.
So, yeah. We're gonna start with Josephine.
Hi, I'm Josephine at Scary Dog Friend. I am Nameless Domain's producer over here, co-producing with Aki for Curse of Sapphics. I am playing Maria, the Beastkin Fleshwarp, cleric of family of Lamashtu, who apparently has 2 children. What a world. I think Maria's favorite food is anything related to pancakes, sweet or savory pancakes, different thickness. I think she's just like she can just really make an entire meal out of just making her own like dosas or something, or like any kind of jun. She's pretty good. She also seems like she loves making salads fun to eat. You know what I mean?
It's Mandy's turn.
Hi everybody, I'm Mandy, or TheMandii, as you know me all over the internet. That's Mandy with 2 eyes. I am playing Ellie Glacera, the frozen wind kitsune bard / summoner / friend of the Vistani. And what is her favorite food? I think I put down strawberry shortcake in her little profile. She's a dessert girly, so yeah, that's her thing. She likes sweets.
And I am Mimi, also known as Michelle Jones. I am playing Aisha Akinomiiart, the Tiefling Shisk fighter / undead slayer. Her favorite food is probably just like a whole roast pig, just a wild pig just over an open fire.
Fucking love that. Y'all are very different. I feel so bad because I'm like, what the fuck would Christopher can't eat anymore? I mean, Poppets can eat.
What was his favorite food when he was a man? That would be my question for Christopher.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's something we're gonna poke Joe
We'll get
about
that
later.
answer.
Yeah.
I think we know what Christopher's favorite food was.
Dick.
Oh!
Now, I don't know, because so far I've only seen Christopher flirt with men, so I can only assume it's like ass or something. Before we officially start, some words about safety. Curse of Sapphics is a grim, dark, gothic horror fantasy adventure. The players and I have done many session zeros in preparation for this campaign. If you want to see a full list of our content warnings, there should be a little command thing you can do right about now. I'm assume that it's there now in chat. Boom. Boo boo boo. We need a recap. Does anybody want to do a recap? I'm gonna hold over the hero point.
I have notes, and I will make them intelligible. I can do it, Mandy. Unless you want the hero point, then.
I believe.
Okay,
no,
cool.
We should take turns.
The first
You can do
note.
it. I believe in
The
you.
first note I wrote is that the grass looks nasty. We found the caravan. We were able to meet up with Hyzia, a self woman, and come into realization that the black clouds around the encampment are specifically non-detection based protection surrounding the Vistani, their divine magic from Lamashtu herself. A lingering old magic is all throughout the encampment and follows the Vistani. Madame Ava is taking an old lady nap right now, so we don't see her quite yet. Talks of trade to be able to procure a caravan are made. Apparently we will be visited by Strahd soon. We see that we got a little bit more context for Aisha's pendant that sort of grounded her here, as well as the wax seal that Christopher received on that letter to be one of Strahd's many identifiers, essentially. And at some point, we finally are able to talk to Madame Ava, and we receive a 4-card reading. The 5-card reading. Fuck. We have received the we see a tome of Strahd, the 6 of Stars, a holy symbol of Ravenkind, the Great Hope, the Sword of Sun, something depicting allies, and an entertaining man with a monkey.
That's your clue for your ally.
That's my clue for the ally, and the 5th is a location, which is an executioner struggling with authority, and there is a very suspenseful noose. It is not the first instance of this symbol or Strahd symbol to Adam Ava. When there are 2 kings in war, there are new lands to conquer out of boredom. Christopher and his entire transformation could have been just being attacked by his own party members could have been a great big setup by Strahd. Eva has seen all of our desires and presents Christopher with the sort of wellspring of information that is only one thing can be untapped at the moment, and that is either information about his body or his sister Love. So he chooses Love. She is in the guarded gates of Vallaki, traveling with what seems to be a familiar, and a potentially likely situation to Irina. There is unwanted attention from Strahd. We learn that there are some gods that are not from Barovia or native or originate here, including Lamashtu. Strahd's made the gods clash for rule. Also replaced some of them or something like that. Lamashtu wanted a deal. Apparently, whatever that was, Strahd said no. And Maria was given the choice again of 2 options, either about her other child, or what else was it? Was it my memories just in general? Or
more information about Lamashtu.
More about Lamashtu, that's right. And Maria decided that she will just get the information about Lamashtu from her when that comes. And when the moon is fullest, to attempt to speak to her. And we learned not everyone can touch Madame Ava's cards, but Ellie, in particular, is able to for whatever reason. I potentially have missed some things, but that is my notes.
That's pretty much it. Hero point.
Yeah. It's too bad I don't believe in hero points, so sorry.
Hero points can be used for a lot of things besides rerolling. So if you were ever knocked down to 0,
Yeah.
you can auto stabilize with a hero point.
And so
Oh.
one of these days you'll believe in hero points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like
I didn't know
mean,
about auto
you-
stabilizing,
Oh,
so
I didn't know
Yeah.
you could do that.
Yeah.
It can
it's-
also prevent you from dying.
Yep. And of course, hero points. They're used for rerolling. I will also accept hero points if you need to bump up a success level. This is a new thing, by the way, that I forgot to tell you about straight up today, and that's simply because, like, I was talking to someone else about it, and I'm stealing their rule. Because I kind of like the just bumping up in success levels.
can they be given away?
Normally no, but I think depending on the situation, I could be persuaded if you had like 2 and like Aisha had 0, for example.
Yeah, okay.
It would highly depend on the situation. Technically, no, they can't be given away unless I give you 1 or whatnot. If you do cool shit, I'll also give you 1, but that's other things. So. We're gonna zoom back in on the Seer Falls encampment, or sorry, the Seer Pool encampment. That is Madame Ava's little party, and y'all are unless you have any more questions for her right now, you will be exiting her tent. Inside her tent, it was very warm. The smells were very strong because she was burning incense, and there was candles and potpourri and stuff like that going on. So like when you come out, you're like just hit with like air. It's sort of like going in like from hot place to just one step outside, even if outside is not warm or is warm. It's just that nice breeze. It feels very refreshing, and you guys kind of feel. Honestly, it was tense in there, less tense out here. It's quite lively out here.
Are there hot springs or like baths?
The only bath that you can have right now would be by the Ilvis River, which, if you wish to bathe, the Vistani kind of have like a thing set up so you can bathe in semi-privacy. I say semi as in everybody
It's
knows
fine.
That's the bath corner.
Yeah, it's fine.
Right? Yeah. So you can wash up for sure. You can also get more drinking water and stuff like that. They kind of have this separated. So that way your bath water doesn't flow into your drinking water.
Yes, correct. Maria's gonna call on a little group bath time, basically. Just like if all of us wouldn't mind a little wind down time from that conversation, to be able to reprioritize if needed be. It would be nice to be clean as well. And I guess Maria will ask this little party, depending on like where, like kind of out of earshot of wherever Ismark and Irina are as well. Like, should we ask them to also bathe with us, or is that completely strange?
I think just us. We can
Okay.
sort of talk and plan without having to worry about them.
They might feel obligated a certain way to help us, and that's not necessarily what they need to worry about.
Agreed. Also, oh my gods, yes, bath sounds really good. I will never say no to that.
Yeah, I mean, we did have baths yesterday, but it's fine.
Was
Technically,
it just yesterday?
Yes, and all it feels like forever, right? But also, some of you are still kind of covered in wolf guts and
Also,
weird
yeah.
blood.
Mhm.
Yeah. Like so like you look like a party that has traveled.
Ellie said what she said. She'll never say no to a bath, even if it's the next day.
I think Maria, as soon as she's like been able to be around civilization-esque places, if there's a place to be clean, she similarly, it's just like because of blood and guts, she has fur now as well. So she's just like, let's just, it's fine with everybody. Would love to be clean. And again, it's just this like little small montage of getting like little oils out and like soaps and things. I don't think Aisha, I guess first of all has seen her bathe, so like that's one thing. But I think all her like little soap trinket stuff is really just between her and Ellie. So that's maybe Aisha's first window into her little hobbies that she does, and is like providing you with anything. Like she has, I think, like her full scope is herbal stuff that could help for remedial purposes, but as well as like butter and nut oils for hydration, things of that nature as well. She looks troubled, for sure, but she's mostly just focusing on getting things set up for the bath.
Yeah, I think Aisha is the opposite. This is a woman who has spent like weekends in crypts. She has like one super cheap bar of soap, and she's like, as long as I get the dirt off, that's all that matters. I do think she does probably have like a set of tools for cleaning her hooves, and is just like gonna get all the rocks and mud out of there. I think while we're cleaning up, she does just say, so we need to figure out how to get Hyzia to let us take a horse and carriage.
Ellie, are there particular trades that we can supplement alongside any funds that she would require or ask that she'd be interested in?
If you have anything interesting or useful in terms of items, favors are also a thing, but I don't know how good of a position we are all in to offer such things, and I myself need to be careful with offering such things, so...
Most of my services involve a long-term sort of residency, which is not necessarily something we can't... I wouldn't even dare to promise that sort of commitment.
Yeah, I mean, my skills are mostly hunting, killing. I don't know, if they need work done, I can do work, but I basically left home with just enough equipment to get by for a few days.
I'm sure work would be good. They are always in need of, in want of help. I think it'll be fine. Especially if it's more... Well, I guess I shouldn't say we're borrowing a wagon. We don't know if we're coming back.
No.
I'm sure they could spare one, and if not, maybe we could find one in another town, but I think it would be fine.
We're not going to be crossing a lot of towns if I remember the map correctly.
True. It would be much faster to have a cart. So. You can tell Allie is like distracted. She is also a little bit bothered by the conversation in the tent. Yeah, would be good. Yep, definitely good. Oh, look, I have my oil if anybody wants to use it. And she like sets it on the
Okay,
side.
why are you moping? Because last I checked, you're the only one who didn't get any devastating news.
I mean, the notion that I am stuck here and cannot go home is pretty devastating. In and of itself, wouldn't you say?
Stuck for now.
there's a reason why I'm here. And a reason why it would be very bad if I were to die here. But it is what it is.
Didn't you choose to come to this place?
I did. I did not realize it was a one-way street. I didn't ask. It is an adventurer's job to go on an adventure, is it not?
I suppose that's one way to look at it.
Ellie,
Yeah.
can you make me a recall knowledge check? I'll let you do perception. I'll let you do society.
Okay.
Those two make the most sense to me.
Recall knowledge.
Yeah.
Is that just I just roll like society or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you had any bonuses for recalling knowledge, sometimes that comes into play, but I don't think you do.
So if it's society, I only got an 11.
Okay, yeah. Pretty much what you're saying sounds correct to you. This is how you understand what happened.
What does that mean?
I don't know, roll higher than 11.
What the fuck?
Well, I personally never considered myself that much of an adventurer. I have
That's surprising
places
to me.
to protect. I didn't want to be here.
I didn't want to be stuck here. So. You know, since they can travel in and out, I mean, they were in Faerun when I met them. One would think if you could leave for a little bit, you could also go back.
Guess it pays to ask.
Guess so.
How long was... I'm recording now. Do you want to count down again, or can I just pop in?
If the countdowns are mostly for you, I feel, so whatever
Yeah, no,
you're good
it's all good. So Aki, how long has it been? So Maria has been, I think feels a little awkward because she's like, I've been here and it's like, it was fine. But like, how long has Strahd made herself like that noticeable, or like really, like how long has her rule been at the very least? You know what I mean?
really fucking long.
So like as long as Maria has been alive. Okay, got it.
Probably longer. So Strahd being a vampire is something that most people know. It's more so, do you believe that bullshit or not? Right? Because like I can tell you that the sky is purple, but in Barovia the sky has always been gray. So like it's, you know, it's like, do you believe it? Ismark was someone else who was kind of like, I know Strahd is the devil, but I didn't think Strahd was the devil. You know, Ismark was very like adamant about feeling like that. Some people also regard Strahd very highly. So like your village, I would say, was definitely a mixture. You can have your own opinions on Strahd before, but that's also if you remember that. Yeah, Strahd's been around for as long as you've been alive, also longer. Also, you'd still know him as like the Baroness, the High Lady, the Princess, like just lots of titles this bitch has.
I'm sorry I can't provide much for either of you. This is all that I've known. Not this form, but the strange liminal places that this place gave birth to.
aware that was not always this cow person.
I don't know if
essentially?
we've ever talked about it, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever talked
you've-
about it.
Yeah, you, similar to Christopher, though Christopher is a bit more recent in being like, oh, you were a person. Maria's alluded to it a few times.
Yeah.
But I don't think Maria's ever outright stated what has happened. I feel like, especially after the Strahd encounter, you know that there's bad blood there.
Not this form. Is this not the normal you?
No. I can't tell how much has been spoken of it, how much I have spoken of it since a meeting, necessarily, but to put it into fuller perspective, I suppose. When I woke first in this form, I was surrounded by all of the fleshy, beastly forms of my neighbors and people that I had grown up with. Children and adults and elders turned into human-like monsters. We fused with our beasts at home due to Strahd's desire for entertainment one way or another. For now that I think about it, we were providing some sort of energy source or just acting as crop cattle as well for something, growing something for her in just a strange little territory off miles and miles away from any town or city. They had the more humanoid, monstrous ones take on this false sentience of needing to protect Strahd over us. Our belongings were set off to the side, and I was able to, through the light of Lamashtu, not so much the light, I suppose, the bite, maybe, gained my own mind back, and I was able to run away. But what I looked like before, I don't know what that was specifically, but I do know that it wasn't this. And then I was smaller.
Human, perhaps?
I believe so. There's some familiarity or understanding that I have between other humans that we've seen so far, but I can't say for sure.
We can't let her keep doing this.
No, we
We
can't.
can't let her keep treating people like playthings.
Agreed. So that's the goal then. We're gonna put a stop to this. Or we're gonna try at least.
We have to. So
Or
that...
we can't let our straight A student miss class.
We'll have to defeat her quickly so that I can make it back in time so I don't get in trouble.
And I guess presumably maybe Christopher was like, no bath time for me, ladies, or something, and it's just like somewhere else.
Yeah, I would say Christopher needs to decompress.
Yeah.
This is a lot of information for the little guy. If anything, because like Ismark and Irina are off doing a few things, kind of mingling with the Vistani, I would say if anything, Christopher is chilling with them right now, maybe having some bro time.
I would love to hear that conversation.
Yeah,
Me too.
just you know, it's just Ismark is so fucking chill. You probably if like before y'all left, Christopher's probably like sitting on his shoulders, being like, "All right, yeah, you see that? There's like an apple in the tree. I can't fucking reach it, and I don't want to climb because it's not my tree." So now the boys are trying to figure out how to like fling and get apples,
Like throw
without
Christopher
climbing.
or
Christopher and Ismark, yep.
Okay.
And Irina is watching. If Irina had a phone, she'd be filming.
That's so cute.
Yeah, they're having their own good time. They're all trying to decompress. Just
Joe
kinda like
deserves
how
their
you-
own opening scene next week.
I agree.
I'll write that down.
They're talking to Irina and Ismark. Oh,
My heart hurts for Christopher as well.
Sounds like guy's been through it.
yes, that soul of his is all tangled up. I can't imagine it's comfortable. And his sister is here?
Yes.
I wish my sister was here. That would be nice.
What?
If your sister was here, she would also be stuck fighting Strahd.
Well, if any of my siblings were here, Strahd might already be dead.
What is she like?
Which one?
Multiple sisters.
Sisters and brothers. And siblings. My mother is prolific.
Prolific.
Yes. It is a sign of power to have many children, no?
I see. My mind did
I
wander.
suppose it depends.
I am the youngest, if that wasn't obvious.
Yeah, I can see it.
Well, you know. Don't judge a book by its cover, I suppose. No, that's enough about me. But if my siblings were here, it would be a lot more fun.
Fun seems to be interesting from your perspective, LA.
Although they would probably just insist on staying here until we figure out a way out. They love a good party. So do I, really. That's why I was traveling with the Vistani. It's a lot of fun. You know, until things got weird. But it is what it is.
Bit of fun. Doesn't sound too bad, I suppose. Anyway,
Well, I'm not a monster hunter like you. I think that would be interesting if I was strong. Do you like it?
it's not a matter of like, it's a matter of necessity. The place that I was born, Ustalov, it was always this dark, nasty place full of monsters, but for a long time they were pretty avoidable. They would have been avoidable if my parents weren't determined to study them. But then a couple years back, I'm not sure how to explain it exactly. There's a lich. We have a lich.
Oh, terrifying.
Calls himself the Whispering Tyrant, and is kind of raising armies to conquer the world. And that happens to sort of be next door to where we live, so it's been a rough couple of years.
I see. Your parents, are they scientists?
Sort of academics. For some reason, their dedicated field of study is just fucked up monsters.
Oh, hey, everybody's got to study something, right?
Yeah, so they moved to the part of the world with the worst monsters they could find, and then that's where I was born. So, honestly, they'd probably love this place.
I imagine it would be a fun academic expedition if it were easy to leave this place anyway. Study a realm ruled by a vampire.
They'd probably just
Lord.
make themselves at home. So,
Well, that sounds like an adventure to me, but it also does sound difficult.
so that's why I hunt monsters, because there's a fuck ton of them and somebody has to.
True. It is good to help people.
Yeah. Alright. I'm
Y'all are
done in here.
gonna.
Oh, Aisha just says, I'm done in here, so when you're ready, let's go talk to a lady about a horse.
Yes, I suppose we should go do that.
At least 2 horses. Maybe.
2 horses.
2 haunches. Y'all have your bath times. You're clean, or as clean as you can be, with river water. Which, by the way, y'all were made to bathe downstream where the current pushes. Just once again, trying not to mix bath water with drinking
Smart.
water.
Mm-hmm.
Blood, your weird blood. Which, by the way, you're because I would say that you're bleeding, but not like friggin' profusely or anything. It's just like when you scrub, you might reopen some stuff. It's normal.
Word.
Just goes normally. I would just say your blood's a little bit darker than everybody else's, but your body's also not the same as everybody else's. So you can infer stuff. Other things, because y'all have all seen each other naked at this point, or in some various states of undress. So I think everybody here now is aware of the big fucking blue diamond on the back of Maria's neck / upper back, because I believe it connects that way for you. So yeah, it makes it hard for you to move your neck and head around because of its placement.
Yeah, I am hunching perpetually.
yeah.
My life is
Sorry, when you
uncomfortable.
say, do you mean like a gemstone
Yeah, that's I.
or like a
What is-
birthmark?
It's like a
Like a
gem.
diamond shape or like a gem?
It's like a gem.
Gem.
Like embedded in your neck?
Yeah, I think we're about to get up. I turn around and there's just a huge beautiful.
It's extra shiny now. All the blood and you're not covered in shit anymore. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness! But I keep saying shit now.
Also, I keep
My
wearing something over. So yeah, just for the first time, anyone has ever seen it. Yeah.
I look at Aisha. I feel like we notice it for real at the same time.
It's shiny.
Yeah. I think I just make eye contact and you can see me making the choice to not say anything about it.
Ellie looks like she's thinking about it, but decides not to say anything.
Anyways, just letting you know, you take note of it. Also for you, Maria, it's I want to say every time you properly clean yourself, you bathing and when you do your little skincare and your little perfumes and stuff like that, I want to say that you can make me a recall knowledge check.
Oh.
I didn't want to interrupt you before, so you can do. I would allow perception. I know you have like Barovia lore. I'd allow that too. Society also counts.
I think Barovia lore might be the most helpful to us right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use a hero point.
Look at that. Look at that. The
Okay.
hero points come in.
That's a unnatural 20.
Unnatural, so like dirty.
Yeah. Slutty.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Downright mischievous 20. Couple things come into mind as you're talking, as you're thinking, and now you have a couple moments to yourself as you're reapplying skincare or perfumes, your clothes, stuff like that. And doing these things, these honestly very human things, make you kind of remember some stuff. What I say will not be in, it's not in any order, and it's definitely not in a chronological order or anything like that. This is just kind of like me spouting things that you remember. But these are also things that you wouldn't know the chronological order or anything like that either. It's sort of like flashes for you, or things that you are able to kind of piece together that didn't make sense beforehand, but now make sense.
Yeah.
Couple things. You know that the name of your village, you already knew that it was Vitari. It means cattlemen. You were the village of cattlemen, basically. And you distinctively remember a lot of typical farm animals were in your area. You kind of remember glimpses of your village really before. It was a pile of body horror shit. Very green. Very spacious, actually. Your village was very big. You had a lot of land. You had a lot of people. You swear to God the sky is blue. Or maybe that's just how you think you remember it. Because you're aware that the sky is blue. It's just super gray all the time. But in your memory right now, you're pretty sure it's blue. You remember the laughter of a young girl. You remember the smell of sweat, pine, and something else. You can't really put your mind to it, but you know it's comforting. You know that Strahd had family here. Not in your village, but Strahd had family in Barovia at some time. You don't know if you've read about it. You don't know if you've heard about it. You just feel it. It's as if your domain is calling you to remember that part. You know Strahd has family here. Had family here. And you distinctively remember when you were leaving. You remember how the holy symbol you now wear kind of called to you, and you're pretty sure it's done that before. Not like obviously throughout your current travels right now, yeah, but you're pretty sure that you at that time, that was the time you could answer, like you could respond. But when you sit and you think about it, there's something about that similar feeling, that presence kind of always being there. Or at least it was trying to get your attention more than once. And that's it.
Something I also wanted to ask you, Aki, is it's been a while since I've really even thought about the diamond, just like thinking about it now. I think she wants to be able to use, like, it doesn't matter if it works or not at the moment, but she wants to be able to use her aberrant kinship, which is a flesh warp ability where my mind resonates with the inscrutable thought processes that inhuman aberrations use to communicate. I can cast a mind link as an innate occult spell once per day, but I can target only aberrations. So I know I can only target aberrations. And I don't know if that does. I don't know if that means that like I have to see them or know who I'm specifically targeting, but in some like weird loose way, am I able to like, just as we like walk around now and I'm a little bit more decompressed, if she can just like call upon the diamond and do like a area of effect situation to see, are there any aberrations nearby to speak to or like feel or anything along those lines?
I'm gonna just do a really quick check to see if there is for you. But I would allow it, yeah, because more likely than not, you won't find it, right? And usually aberrations, you can tell what they are because aberrations are usually really fucked up looking.
Yeah.
They look like and when I say fucked up looking, I mean, you know how you look at like a skeleton, you're like, that's undead. And you look at a zombie and you're like, that's undead.
Yeah.
When you look at aberration, it's like,
what is that?
it's like, how come your hands are growing where your eyes are supposed to be? It's shit like that, like that. So you'd kind of be able to tell. But in this case, I'm gonna check one more thing actually because now I'm a little curious.
Uh-oh.
If this counts or not. Okay. That's kind of funny. Last check. Okay, so no, there are no aberrations here, or within this area. You're pretty certain that is because of the dark clouds, that are even darker than normal.
Yeah.
That surround this area, and you're pretty sure it's because protection spells and stuff like that. So there is nothing in the area. You are the only aberration. Well, technically you're not, but also yes, you are. You are the only thing that counts as an aberration in this area. Everybody else is something else. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's nothing in the area for you to speak to.
Cool. I do like to think, maybe unbeknownst to me, or I just literally it's behind my head, so I have like never seen it like shine or like do anything. But I think as soon as I do cast that mind link, there is there is a shine, a very noticeable shine to it that seems to be like casting some kind of scanning light around me. But
yeah, I would say like it's sort of like a ring.
Yeah.
But the ring isn't like, it's like a burst of air, really, but it looks like a blue ring, I would say. Doesn't hurt nobody, nothing. It's just you being like, location? Nope.
I don't know what happens whenever I use it. I don't know what it's for, but it feels right for now.
Yeah. I would say you know how to use it. Like you I will never make you roll to use it. You just don't know what it's necessarily for to just yet.
Yeah.
You have you're just because you haven't encountered anything like that. Or well, you have, but not really. I'm sorry, Mimi going. Y'all are done your little bath times. Is there anything else you'd like to do as you rejoin the encampment? Dinner is gonna start. And it's like it's not gonna lie, smells really fucking good.
I'm so hungry.
Yeah. Definitely ready for food.
Yeah, I guess let's just like try and sit next to Hyzia during dinner if she's cool with us talking work.
Probably wouldn't let Ellie sit anywhere else.
Yeah.
She's pretty chill for the most part, so it's like she's not on like, you know, she's not on cooking duties, serving duties, nothing like that. Y'all are there's quite a bit of variety that you can get, so if you just wanted like basically like skewers and stuff like that, they do have that. They have this type of flatbread with meat or vegetables inside called bakoli. It is bussin', and there is a this like tomato-based stew with it will have the it will have the wolf meat in it for sure because there's so much going around. It's called I may butcher the how to say this, so my bad. It's either Jania or Jenija, so but it is a tomato-based stew with your meat inside. That's where all the smells are coming from. That's where all the spices. There's okay, like
or it is a chewy, muscular meat.
oh yeah.
Yum.
But I will say when you take a bite out of the meat, they know how to tenderize wolf meat. They beat the shit out of that. So this is not
Booming blade.
It's not like, you know, gamey or anything like that. It's not even that. It's chewy. It's chewier than you know, like what you're used to. But not gonna lie, it kind of slaps. You're having a good time. Your bellies are full. Okay, so you don't gotta worry about anything like that. And you there's plenty to go around.
Cool. Yeah, definitely gonna get food, get some wine, get my party on. Say hi to all the people I didn't get to say hi to when we were coming into the camp.
Oh yeah, it's definitely, you can get your highs in, you can get your, you know, like a lot of people ask you the same questions, like how are you? Were you scared? We were so worried, you know, just you know, things like that, because you did go missing for a couple days. I would say right now at the encampment, the craziest thing going on are all the adults trying to get the kids to sit down and eat. Aisha came back out.
Oh.
The kids were just kind of standing like this, like ready.
Did you kill somebody? Yeah, just like...
You ever killed a man?
Yeah, and this time the adults are not letting the kids get away with it. They couldn't stop them before because they were distracted. Now it's dinner time, and quite literally, by God, these kids are gonna fucking eat. So, Aisha, you are not swarmed by kids, but I need you to know that you are a piece of meat, and they are sharks.
Oh my God.
They are ready.
Oh my God. Jesus.
What a descriptor.
These kids all got ADHD or something, and Aisha is the hyperfixation.
Every single one.
Okay, you don't understand. Aisha's literally the coolest fucking person they've ever met in their fucking lives. So, this is
the person I've ever met. So, you know.
That's gay. When the kids do it, it's kind of cute, a little endearing, and also annoying.
Yeah,
when Ellie does it, it's gay.
We're definitely all like, if one of them tries to like talk to either one of us that's not Aisha, I like to think that, well, Maria specifically is just like, yes, she has killed many people, yes, or like just like agreeing with whatever their assumptions are, just like.
I would say when you reach that chill part of dinner where everybody's kind of eating and stuff, that's when the kids will, one, settle down, and two, remember that Aisha came with a group.
Yes.
And then they will, you know, like take it
We can diversify our information seeking.
Yeah, exactly. So some kids, like Ellie, is probably the one who gets the least amount of kids. That's simply because they've already swarmed her before. Like this is now it's just like, oh, it's Ellie. Ellie's back. Kind of thing. It's like, isn't that yay? Story time.
Ellie is like, freedom, finally, at last.
You're free, actually.
I like to think
I'm gloating.
I think Maria after bathing is also wearing like less, like really heavy like clothing and like whatever, and like she's like changed kind of considerably. So her like it's like a little bit thinner, more casual. So I think her diamond and her pregnancy is way more apparent. So however, would love to imagine people being like, do you need help? You're really scary looking, but do you need help?
You're not okay. High key. When it comes to things like sitting, standing up, because your pregnant belly is probably much more noticeable now.
Cows can be pregnant for a long time, right, or something?
Cows can be pregnant for a very long time. Yes,
yeah, like more than 9 months.
More
sure.
than 9 months is a normal thing for them.
Yeah.
And honestly,
283 days. By the way.
Which is.
You asked me to do math?
I don't know.
Bro, it's like 2:30. That's too early for math. For me.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's always too early for
like
math
9 to
for
10
me
months,
to be
yeah.
so yeah.
9 to 10 months? Okay.
Yeah. It's a little bit longer.
That's actually, it's a little bit longer. Not. For so why was I think which animal does it for like 2 years? I don't even fucking know. I don't know why I thought it was a cow. It wouldn't make any sense.
I don't know animal facts.
I don't know animal facts.
You know animal facts.
And wait until I throw a stork bill at y'all.
Oh no.
Dinosaur with a machine gun that likes to decapitate crocodiles for fun. Can you imagine? It's a
All right,
5-foot bird.
I'm gonna reel you back in.
Yeah, you gotta reel me back in. Oh, yeah. So yeah, your pregnant belly, a bit more obvious. Obviously, anybody who's been pregnant in the area would be like, oh, okay. So you do get a lot of offers for like things like if it looks like you're gonna move, it'd be like, no, I'll get you water, and and they go get you water. If you need like things like, you know, like let's say it looks like you're gonna get up and walk around, there is almost always like a hand kind of be like, you need help, kind of almost as if they totally forgot that you were in fact a part of the big group that killed a big wolf, and you are more than capable of doing things. It's just now they're like, oh shit, is this rude? No, this is not rude. I think the only buddy who's super chill about it but will still offer to help would be Ismark, because Ismark is just always offering to help y'all do things.
He's a sweet boy.
He is. If y'all want seconds, he goes and tries to get it for you, unless you stop him. He is a very helpful young man.
Relax.
I let him.
Yeah.
I let him.
Maria feels bad, but that's Maria. That's her own problem.
Nah, Ellie takes full advantage.
Just like seeing him go.
Would not deny that.
Yeah.
He is a wrestler.
So.
He was half worked up with him. Come on.
Oh my god, yeah. Let's talk to Hyzia. No.
Yes.
Yeah. Enough of this. Hyzia is sitting near y'all, so you can just basically talk to her.
Ellie just kind of looks at her. So,
What do you want?
you already knew where I was going with this. I wasn't gonna beat around the bush anyway. What are the odds, and how much do you want for a wagon and a horse? Maybe two.
2 horses. Oh,
If possible.
Okay, well, wagon, I don't, we can part with, but the horse, 2 horses is a little difficult.
Is one more reasonable?
A lot more reasonable, yeah. Horses are a little bit harder for us to find. We've been meaning to. We were hoping that the village, Barovia village, would have had some, but they're all out. So horses are a little bit harder to get by. We are looking for more, but pretty sure Madame Eva and I can definitely part with 1 wagon, 1 horse. For you, very pointedly you, and your group. Y'all, when she says your group, it's like your group, positive. When it's you, it's like you, stinky little potato-looking fox. You little, you never ask me for easy things.
I hardly ever ask you for anything. A little halo forms above the head.
Nice. 25 gold.
We can do that, can't we? I have 10.
Ellie looks at rest of party. How much money do you guys have?
Again, I didn't stop at the bank before I left home. I didn't know I was going to be transported to another world.
Yeah, I have gold, but not a lot. How about a combination of gold and other things?
How much are you willing to part with, Ellie?
Oh, I mean, you can have all of my gold. I don't care. But
Well, how much is that? I guess above table.
14?
14. So we're at 24.
Hey, do me a favor.
It's all
Ellie.
of Maria's gold too.
Okay, Ellie, do me a favor.
Yeah.
Roll diplomacy.
Okay, cool. That's what I was. Yeah.
Diplomacy.
Like, I don't have a lot of gold, but
Mm-hmm.
that is I can't read. Is 17.
17.
Yeah. Should I use a hero point? I will.
Do you think 17 is gonna cut it?
Here, can I help? Can I aid?
Yeah, you can aid. It will also be well. Actually, how are you aiding?
It's also going to be diplomacy for me. I'm just going to be like, basically like, if there's anything else we can do to, sweeten the deal, I'm like, I can carry my weight, so I'm not helpful. Actually, you know what? I'll use my hero point. I'm not helpful. I got a 15.
Okay, what do I need to do? What should I do?
2 hero points. I can re-roll.
Well,
You have 1 this time.
is
You
there-
can do the recap.
is there
Oh, do they reset every session?
yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, oops, I have 1.
Yeah, is there something what did Aisha roll for to help this diplomacy? That is, let me pull up my character sheet. It's 12 on the die plus 0. So no.
Here, your diplomacy against Hyzia to lower it. You can tell it doesn't work, and that's because you know that Hyzia would give it to you if she had enough to spare. But you are also aware that the camp has a lot of children, has a lot of mouths to feed, has a lot of old people. So it really is just they only have 8 horses total. They have big caravans though, so like the horses double up and pull very big caravans. So them giving you a smaller one is actually very helpful.
Okay.
It's the horses that become the issue. So one like smaller caravan plus horse, that's actually kind of a really fucking good deal. Like considering that sparing some is very difficult for them right now. But you're also aware that they're probably not gonna move anytime soon. They like to stay here for a while and then move around. It's more so like now it's like that kind of vibe. Because otherwise, she would have given it to you for cheaper. It really is just necessity. However, you did beat someone else's DC. Ismark pulls out his pouch and goes, I can cover half.
Forgot about him.
He was always gonna offer.
This is where Maria's like, you can help. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. He was always gonna offer some. The issue was
Sucks for him,
how much are we pooling and stuff like that, and the diplomacy to beat his need to be the bestest
Jesus
boy
Christ.
in all of Barovia. That's what that is. So he is willing to offer.
Ellie and I both were like, you're gonna take all the money we have ever, and then he was like, you can't do that. Like,
No, he's
I'll
like
pay
this
for
is
half.
Queens.
Yeah. He also, but for the record, he didn't like bring the whole bank with him or anything like that.
Yeah, no.
Because I feel like you'd be able to infer that he's not him and his father and honestly his family are not the type to take city like village funds and be like it's ours now. They are not that type. Everything goes back to what they can spare for the village. It's just the village is supremely fucked because of Strahd. So he has some, and he's willing to cover half of the cost for this. Y'all would still
12
have
gold and however many silver is what he's
5.
covering. 5 silver.
12 gold, 5 silver. That's how much he's willing to cover. You see that he tries to do more, and then
Keep the
Irina
silver.
pinches him.
Yeah.
And goes,
And so persuasive.
we still all need, and she very aptly points out, we still all need funds in general. Like when we go into town and stuff, I don't think you guys want to camp out in the village. We probably have to pay for an inn. And then she pinches him some more and goes, so you don't need to spend everything.
Yeah.
I think we as a group can just fund it together.
Yes.
And he goes and he listens to reason.
Let's
In the
do
form of pain.
in the form of pain. So yeah, let's do. How about Ismark? You can do 9 gold, and then Ellie and I will do 8 gold.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. You said 9 gold from Ismark?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So now I have 6 gold.
I have 2.
Ismark also has 6, and Irina has some as well. I just don't fucking remember right now. But that's okay. Y'all already would know that Irina is saving whatever she has for things like tavern staying and stuff.
Oh, LMAO.
I don't know if this is a thing in Pathfinder, so we can cut this if need be, but are bards able to like earn lodging and stuff by performing at places? I don't know how much that applies in Barovia versus regular world stuff.
Earn income is its own action, and it's a whole like thing where the GM sets a DC and you roll against the DC to see how much money you earn.
Yeah. So you can do it. I would say in a place like the village of Barovia is a bad chime because everybody's having a bad time. You might have a better chance in Valaki or Krezip, where their villages are actually more like towns. They're way bigger, more fortified. Village of Barovia is like the equivalent of a Western movie where the tumbleweed goes through the entire fucking town.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like
I think like If we didn't have enough gold, then we would have just effectively been doing earn income rolls here to cover part of the cost.
And that would take you a subset amount of days. In this case, like, you know, what are you doing to help them this way?
Right.
Yeah. But you did cover it by pooling, so you guys don't need to waste any time at all.
Cool.
You guys pool all your money together and give it to Hyzia. Hyzia will count it in front of you because that's fair. And once it's all said and done, she puts it in a pouch that is then given to someone else to like put away. They have their own treasury wagon, which you would know, Ellie, and they do in fact keep a lot of stuff there that they sell, funds, all the other things and stuff like that that are here. And this is just kind of how they get by when they go from place to place. Hyzia will show you which wagon you can take, which I've said it before when we started that I'm gonna hand wave it, and it will fit all of you currently. And Christopher is so small, so you're fine. And you will need someone to sit up front to drive. You're gonna have a cute little one. That is, I will say that all of their caravans are pretty colorful. So if you were hoping for something subtle,
I don't just settle. What are you talking
that's really difficult right now. They're very colorful and they're very
We're gonna have to cover it up a little bit.
You can
Okay.
cover it up a little bit.
Strahd can already see us magically. What difference does it make?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's true. What is the driving roll, or like what would the skill be?
So none of you guys have the driving lore, right?
No.
I don't think so.
I would say it would probably be something like survival, because you would be
I can do
handling the
that.
horse technically, right? I would also allow nature or fucking crafting.
I can do
because
survival.
yeah, so like it'd be one of those many rolls. 1 second, I'm gonna put this in your item gallery.
I have nature. That's all I've got. I don't know about the rest
If-
of y'all.
I have no applicable skills for handling horses.
Okay. If you look at item gallery, this is such a cute picture. This is also from Rudicky's doc. If you
Cute.
yeah, this is the shape of it. So it's circular
Oh my
up
God.
top. And there's little like what do you call it? It's like a two-part door where one of them opens out more like a window and the other one is straight up the door, so you have some ways to look, and there is also a little window so you can talk to the person who is fucking driving. It's a cute little thing. It is not the most weathered, like it's weather tapered enough where rain's not gonna stop you. And shit, like, but like if it's like a massive storm, I doubt you're gonna want to make your horse walk through that anyways.
Yeah.
Which y'all would be able to know about. In terms of its color, I'm gonna let y'all pick, but I'm gonna let you know it's gonna be kind of vibrant.
Mandy.
Oh, I
Chartreuse. I don't know. Like what? How
Chartreuse.
vibrant?
yeah, like I don't know what shades are normal for this caravan, or is it all colors? In
Are
which
they all
case,
like
I don't know.
red?
They're very,
and, like,
yeah, they're kind of like all colors. They're very colorful. Some of the bigger like caravans, they have like they're like decked out, deco wise.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, you know, yours is not as much because it is smaller, but it is quite colorful. And on the inside, it's quite homey actually. There's no like cots or anything for you to sleep in or anything like that. So you guys are kind of just like stuck in
Camp
a
up against the wagon.
yeah, against the wagon / cuddle puddle like going on type of thing. But it's you know, like there's a little like hooded like lantern light up top.
I did get a
for
bunch of
someone.
like bed linens at first to cover myself. So at the very least, not that it will. Maybe it probably covers like maybe 2 people to like sit on and like sleep with. But yeah, I think at the very least, if Maria can craft. So if there's anything at some point related to like getting wool together, like if there are some,
You can totally trade for like trade or buy or whatever for like yarn and stuff.
Fuck
Here,
yeah.
You know, like
Okay.
they've got shit here.
My God, Maria knitting.
Yeah, like literally
Brilliant.
crafting time. You know, you got like hours to kill on this travel. Yeah, I'll just say for the sake of it, it'll be that bright blue one that
Yeah, that's fine.
I dropped. It's like a tealy blue.
Yeah.
horse.
On the outside. Oh, not your horse, the
Okay.
wagon.
Yes, the horse is also teal.
Your horse now. Now your horse is a draft horse. Standard baby. These horses, I've mentioned them before, but now that you're looking it up close, besides being a little bit bigger than normal, like they were meant, like maybe Barovian horses are like just tougher because the terrain is tougher and the wildlife is tougher. So that means they're bigger. You would know that these horses, the ones raised by the Vistani and stuff, don't scare easy. They're used to encountering dangerous predators on the road and stuff. So they are well trained enough to not immediately jumpstart and run. And they are tough enough to... Bro, these horses do in fact kick wolves to death for protection. So like
Excellent.
you're looking at probably the scariest fucking horse you've ever seen.
Oh.
And that's simply because this horse was born in it, raised in it, bred for blood.
What's his name?
Do
Murderer.
you guys want to name? Do you guys want to
Like-
name the horse, or do you want me to
Murder.
name the horse? Because we can go either way.
I have not given this any thought.
Okay. This horse's name, Hyzia, we'll pat him. Be like, this is Kapha.
Kappa.
Kafa. Kapha. It means coffee.
Oh, beautiful.
And this horse is, in fact, coffee colored, dark brown with a little bit of lighter brown coming in here and there. Not necessarily a pattern, but more like a little smoky wisp.
Does Kappa get scared of me as soon as I like Maria is just like, I gotta just look at the horse and see what happens because I'm gonna be driving. So let's see.
Make a survival roll for this. Survival or nature.
22.
So you and Kappa are actually you're pretty close in size. Not in like width per se, but Kappa's pretty fucking huge. Kappa notices you're there, stares back, so there's recognition, but you don't startle.
Kappa has killed wolves and other horses, so I guess that makes sense.
Kappa, when you stare into the eyes of Kappa, you can see that Kappa has been through many
Been through
battles in his
What?
life.
Divorce.
You can see your own soul.
a fucking war veteran.
Yeah.
You can see your own soul reflecting back through
my
Kappa's
God.
eyes.
I feel better
Kappa,
that we got Kappa because she was worried if we got like a fucking little pony or something, that pony's gonna like die under Maria's weight. But yeah. Woo.
you're pretty sure that Kappa has his own origin story.
All right, we gotta
one you
stop
will
what we're doing immediately. I need to know everything about Kappa's life.
Perhaps you will unlock it one day.
Oh my
Perhaps.
god.
Holy shit.
But what you do understand with that 22 survival is that Kappa will listen to you. Kappa's not scared of you. you do not frighten Kappa. You
I like
just
that you
look.
keep saying that.
you just look like any sad, sorry soul that has to wander the war-torn land that is.
Cool, so we have a
somehow
horse now.
became harder than fucking Father Dominic. Like, this is hilarious. Than Hell Knight Father Dominic. Kappa's harder. This is
The
hilarious.
horse named Coffee.
That's the horse. That's the horse that's gonna kill Strahd.
Yeah, it does seem that. Oh my god.
He's the real hero of the story.
It does. Yeah, I think Maria just tries to like familiarize herself with Kappa and her,
Oh my
but
God.
everyone can get the. Well, in general, she'll get the caravan also set up, or wagon. I mean, to make it as cozy as possible, whatever she has on hand.
Yeah.
But it's not.
You can all put your stuff in there too. Like, not that's yours now. You are given kind of what you need. You are also given some food for Kappa to last a few days. And then afterwards, Hyzia will tell you, it's like when you go to other encampments, you go to other villages, you should be able to get feed for Kappa, no problem. Kappa can eat the gross fucking grass that grows around here. It's not like they can't, but bruh, you can kind of tell that the Vistani don't treat their horses that bad.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we're gonna get you some quality feed. You know, like if you were to look at the other horses, the kids are so like in love with them. Okay, Kappa got a couple braids as well. You know what I mean? Like Kappa's tough and stuff, but it's like I'm not about to.
Damn, we're gonna
I'm not
ruin
about
some
to
of these
say
kids'
no to
lives
the
by
bright-eyed
taking this
hope
horse.
of a child.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm kind of really into Kappa right now. I'm like,
Yeah, we're hyperfixating on Kappa now.
I'm sorry. I'm really. This bit has gone on very long, but like I kind of love it.
We have a car. We have a car. Oh my god.
We have a car.
You have a Kappa.
We have a Kappa.
Oh, Ford Focus.
Yeah.
Bitch, I took a sip.
You could have said
Took a sip of
Bronco.
my Kappa. You better stop.
You could have said. Oh my god. You could have said Mustang, Bronco. No.
Ford Focus.
Focus.
Kia Soul.
Ford Focus was funnier.
Yeah, so I guess we spend the night in the camp, right?
Yeah, you can spend the night in the camp. You're free to do that. It's honestly better to do that, as you understand you're completely safe here. Nobody really like. There are some people that set up like watches and stuff, but that is just more like of a
Important question.
yes.
After dinner, there's partying, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, hell yeah. No, Ellie's not going straight to bed. Hell no.
Yeah. I would say
They're just partying.
Yeah, I would say there's no heavy drinking or anything like that. But it's like they're having a good
Music
time.
and-
Dancing, yeah, dancing, music. In fact, there's a story time if you'd care for it.
Yeah.
Is it about Kappa?
I fucking wish.
Sorry.
You may tell stories of Kappa.
Oh my god.
You may, like I said, okay, when we're done, Kappa about to get his own origin story. And then
I'm
you
making
may
Curse of Sapphics merch now, and it's just gonna be Kappa.
Kappa. This is what this episode title is.
We're gonna sell Kappa plushies.
Oh my god, yes.
And so you gather around the campfire. It's a really big bonfire, really. And Ellie, you know what's about to happen. It's story time for the kids. All the elder Vistani. Oh, they have so many stories. You've been with them for a while, and you haven't gotten all of them. And obviously, you have been center of story time before. It really is just like a turn-based order type of thing. So now one of the older elders, he will he amps the kids up. He knows this is the time, right? And he will tell you a very fun tale. A mighty wizard came to this land over a year ago. I remember him like it was yesterday. He stood exactly where you're standing. A very charismatic man he was. He thought he could rally the people of Barovia against the devil Strahd. He stirred them with thoughts of revolt and bore them to the castle en masse. When the vampire appeared, the wizard's peasant army fled in terror. A few stood their ground and were never seen again. The wizard and the vampire cast spells at each other. Their battle flew from the courtyards of Ravenloft to a precipice overlooking the falls. I saw the battle with my own eyes. Thunder shook the mountainside, and great rocks tumbled down upon the wizard. Yet by his magic, he survived. Lightning from the heavens struck the wizard, and again he stood his ground. But when the devil Strahd fell upon him, the wizard's magic could not save him. I saw him thrown 1,000 feet to his death. I climbed down to the river to search for the wizard's body, to see, if he had anything of value. But he didn't, as the river Ilvis had already spirited him away. And the kids ooh, and they ah. And you're all a little bit, actually, how do you feel about hearing this one?
This isn't one I've heard before.
Aisha's taking notes because we have to
wizard.
find the crypt of a wizard.
Yeah.
No, Ellie, you in particular, you know that there are many wizards in Barovia. There are many stories of wizards as well. So this, I would say, is one of many. But I will say this in particular, Addie, according to the Vistani telling you this story, happened a year ago.
Oh.
That's recent.
So that was right before, because I've been here for a few months, right?
A few months, not a year.
Okay, so not right before.
Yeah, not right before, but
I'm gonna ask a kid. I want Aki to talk in a kid voice, but I go to a kid, and I'm just sort of like, what happened a year ago? Can you tell us anything about that?
I don't know.
Okay. Are you being?
I'm four.
I'm sorry for speaking to you. I go to the next child.
Sorry for speaking to you.
I'm so sorry for asking you to remember anything.
Why don't you talk to the person who was actually
No, I don't want to.
according-
I want to talk to a child.
We are on some unhinged shit right now.
Children.
Maybe now is a good
coffee,
time for
party.
it.
Yeah.
We are fucking losing it.
Yeah. Let's take a what's a good break?
Maybe like
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Boom. Is there anything else left that y'all would like to do?
We will
tonight?
ask the storyteller about the history of what happened a year ago.
I'm so glad that you have moved on from the 4-year-old.
I was just looking for anybody who's heard this story a bunch of times. You know, maybe not a 4
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it's So there have been a couple people who heard this story maybe once or twice, but because supposedly it's been a year since. It's more like it's not something super well known. If you ask the storyteller, not me, but the other storyteller, the Vistani, he will like kind of sit back and think a bit and go, gosh, yes, no, the wizard, I don't recall where he came from, but he certainly did try. If you were to give the Vistani your map, for example, he'd be able to kind of like point it out a little bit better for you. He points to where you guys are at. The encampment is for your knowledge, it is G. That's where you are on the map. And he will look and mark he will mark H as the falls. That is known as Seer Falls. And then K is Castle Ravenloft. And that's how close you are in vicinity right now. And from K, he kind of traces his fingers back along the road, back up, and say, so right here, that is the other gates of Barovia. So this little whole area right here, that is where kind of like the gated community is, I guess you could say. All of this is within Strahd's reach, like very close reach, like touching distance. And that mage came from outside. That wizard, he was not from here. He was from outside.
not from Barovia.
Do you know where from?
Well, see, that's the issue. I was trying to figure that out. But sadly, his battle, that he fell from the gates of Ravenloft, 1,000 feet down, only to be washed up around here by the river. But the wizard was powerful indeed. To have survived several attacks from Strahd on his own, but not toe-to-toe with her. I haven't found anything of that wizard since. But I do know there's a great one that lived farther past the lake Zarovich. The lake itself should be marked on your map, but it is L, just in case. And you know that it is just a bit north from Vallaki, actually. It's all around that area where you're at. And he will, the Vistani will kind of gesture further north from the lake. So all of the area that says M, that is where he thinks the mage might be from. Otherwise, you have the rest of Barovia, which is a question mark. A really big question mark if you were to ask him.
Well, actually, at least.
Yeah, everything else is a question mark for him.
Well, at least that's the direction we're going in anyway, it looks like. So there's that.
if you're heading to the lake, you just be a little careful. It's a very big lake. There is fresh fish there, though. It's always been fish there.
I can walk in water now. So casually.
Oh, that's cool.
Just a thing you can do now.
It's just
I can do that.
we can. All of us can.
Oh. Oh, have fun.
All of M, by the way, will be called the Mount of Baratok. I will give you that spelling, chat.
Thank you, Daddy. I don't know.
Thank you, Daddy.
I am Game Mother.
Game mother.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you so much for giving us more information.
Oh, well, thank you for listening to my stories. If you end up finding that wizard, who's probably really fucking dead, do tell me about it.
What's your name, friend? Sorry. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm 44.
44? You're calling him an old man. You said 44? How dare you?
I'm making a fucking because I said I'm 4 last time, so I was like, let me continue the hee-hees.
400.
Oh, you're offended. 44 can be fucking old.
44 is not old.
You can be a boomer at 44.
That's not how that.
Fully not how that works.
That's not how that works.
You can. I've met enough
All right, Gen Z.
44-year-olds that are fucking. They got that boomer mentality.
That's not what that means. It's
That's
fully
not what that means. Nope, not at all.
Okay, well, his name is Sven.
Cool. Thanks,
Is
Sven.
he a cartographer or just a storyteller, by the way?
He's been around. He's been in Barovia his entire life. So he's kind of just an everything type of guy. He doesn't go out to do he doesn't really do hunts. He doesn't really physically protect the caravan anymore because simply he is older than 44. He is I wouldn't say too elderly. I want to say he's on the cusp of senior citizen age. So he's like, could he retire?
He's in his 50s.
Yeah.
So he's in his late 50s.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And he's he kind of just, you'd see he does a lot of stuff. He takes turns being storytellers with basically everybody. But otherwise, he's pretty decent with maps. He's pretty knowledgeable about the area in general. And he's the guy who knows how to tenderize wolf meat like it's nothing.
House husband.
House husband. As he should.
He's a dope guy. Is there anything else you'd like to do for tonight, or would you like to turn in?
I think I'll turn in.
Yeah,
Turn
I'm
in?
ready to turn in.
Yeah.
Turning in.
After the dancing and such, but yeah.
Oh yeah, of course. You party for however long you'd like to party, but long enough that you can still sneak in your long rest. So feel free to mark that off. Nothing bothers you at night. Ellie, I think you sleep the best because you're back with something that's very familiar and very warm. If you lack blankets, the Vistani give you blankets. It's very much like they take care of each other, so do you. And of course you were given rain to set up your own tents and stuff like that in areas, which I'm assuming you did. Because you had all day. So like if you didn't do it, fucking Ismark and Irina did it. You know, like you guys have you guys have comfortable places to sleep. You get your long rests in. And it is the next morning. They do not let you leave without feeding you again. You can try, and you will fail.
Oh no, I'm not saying no to free food.
Yeah. And before you, as you're getting ready to head out, you're getting Kaffa ready, putting the wagon on him, staring once again into his steel, cold eyes that somehow capture every form of light.
This horse is the fucking BBUG. Forget Strahd. Just...
And Madame Eva will be up early. She usually is, because she's an old fucking lady. And old people wake up early. She will be up to kind of see to your preparations and any last minute things you may need from her. Otherwise, it's mostly pleasantries.
I definitely want to make sure I say goodbye to her, and give her a big hug, and thank her, and say I hope I see her soon, and all that stuff. The usual.
Yeah, she does hug you and pat your back very nicely. I know a couple of you had things you wanted to trade for, which you will do just fine. I think, Ellie, you trade for songs, stories, things you do as a bard. Maria, I genuinely think it's a craft trade. Maybe you spent some time with some of the weavers and other craftsmen here, and you guys literally just made shit and trade.
Are we rolling
Something
or?
like that. You don't have to unless you really, really want to.
Yeah, let's roll. Let's see how bad I do.
Cool. Do I roll performance?
Yes.
God,
Performance
I-
and
I think it's the first time I've rolled performance this whole game.
24.
that's hilarious.
It's a nat 20
Oh
plus
my
8,
God.
28.
You get Ellie for you get your stuff and more, so I would say you get
Yay!
double the things you want.
Woohoo!
And fuck it, I gave you 1 gold back.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Technically they would be in the form of silvers and coppers and stuff, but it's the equivalent of 1 gold. So if you wanted to do the math, feel free. It's you, not me. Haha. And Maria, you get the things you would like as well. You're able to spend the night trading. Yeah, blankets, all that good stuff.
So now everyone can sit in the wagon and keep their bums warm.
You will sit uber comfortably. Now,
The thing I asked for last session as part of that little trade.
I believe so. What did you ask for again last session?
I just asked for flowers so I can make flower
Oh
crowns for
yeah.
everybody.
You get your flowers.
Yes! Finally!
And they're pretty cute flowers. They're a bit they are wild flowers for the most part, but there's a mixture of things like lavender and baby's breath, which you're not sure where the fuck they procured these, but they have them. It's there, and you have them.
Well, maybe there's a druid among them that just druid crafts it.
Yeah, that could be a whole
That
thing.
is so, yeah.
She immediately gets to work.
Can I change my class to a druid? I feel like that would be so much more helpful.
She immediately starts weaving them together.
Yep.
She tries to keep it for the rest of the party. She doesn't know if she's gonna go
Under the
focus.
blanket, just covered.
She's hiding.
Under the blanket in the wagon that you share with at least 4 other people. You go there. And I'm assuming you head out.
Yep.
Can I survival check to drive?
Yes.
It's solid. I think my survival is good. It's it's a +9, so that's a 14 plus 9 is what, 23?
Yeah.
Good job. You can drive this no problem. You will notice that Kaizia will actually be on another horse just to direct you where
Amazing.
a little cutoff is for you to kind of just bypass. So that way you don't gotta go up the slope and around. They have their own little way out, and you will pass by what Sven told you before was the Seer Falls, and just a little thing here. You follow the river to the base of a canyon, at the far end of which is a great waterfall that spills into a pool, billowing forth clouds of cold mist. A great stone bridge spans the canyon nearly 1,000 feet overhead. You are fairly certain this is around-ish the area that Sven mentioned the wizard fell. You don't need to make any rolls to know that they're not going to find anything here, because this is also part of the Vistani's camp, and if there's anything worth noting to find, they already found it.
Okay.
It is, however, very serene and beautiful here. And if you were to look up, that's a long way up.
Like 1,000 feet, they said.
Yeah, that's a big fall. Humpty Dumpty my ass, you know, like Jesus. As you continue further out, Hyzia will bid you farewell. A little bit close, you can kind of see the gates that Sven once told you. The second pair of gates to Barovia, at the very least, is there. It is open. It's not closed or anything, but that is as far as Hyzia will guide you, and she will bid you farewell. Now that you're on stable roads, holy shit, it's so much faster, y'all. It's actually so much faster. You feel it. You see things go by like anything. Whether you've been on a carriage pulled by a horse before or not, that's up in the air. But I will say, Kaffa making great time. Actually, you do have some time if you would like to. I would say you would have several hours of this travel. It will take you, without any major interruptions, based on how fast you're going right now, 2 days to get to Balaki.
That is
because
nice.
Kaffa is fucking.
That is nice.
That is super nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
So-
2 days.
If you would like to start, this is nebulous time. If you'd like to start some projects, smaller ones or whatever, you can.
We're stocking up on soap, dude.
So, obviously, you will be making camps
Yeah,
as
right.
well, which I'm gonna say I would like I would like a perception roll from everybody, just to insinuate a watch.
Okay.
$25.
Damn. 15.
I got a 22.
You do not have any encounters. Nothing really blocks you for the first day. Ellie, you try to do a watch.
You're under a
really-
blanket making flower crowns right now.
Yeah, and honestly, this type of traveling is kind of nice.
Yeah.
It's just nice. It feels really good.
It's nice to do this again and not have
Yeah.
to walk everywhere.
The conversations you have with your friends are also really good. Y'all talk about miscellaneous things. It's like you're able to forget where you are for a little bit without being too forgetful, because Aisha and Maria and actually Irina, ironically, very vigilant. There is nothing that bothers you. Nothing feels as heavy as it's been for the first night. It's almost as if you guys were given a break or something like that. Like, it feels good. On your second day of travel, you spot, you're kind of heading closer to Lake Zarovich. Okay, you kind of know, you can smell the air is a bit cleaner here. And you know roughly on the map you are close to the village and you're also close to the lake. And the lake itself is huge. And Maria, your holy symbol starts to glow, red in color, right where the
Red?
jackals. Yeah, the red is normal for it to
Okay.
glow. By the way, the jackal's eyes is specifically where it's glowing. Kind of all three eyes glowing red, and you feel once again right by your ear a sharp voice. She bites you not because she wants to hurt you, but because of the urgency of what she says next. She says, I need you to turn to the lake.
I think
Go, Maria.
I think as soon as it happens, it surprises me enough that it propels me at the same time. So like whatever I was doing, I might like have dropped something or knocked something over or like was in the middle of a conversation truly. And then I just like go up and I like run over to the river as fast as I can, despite my like hunch and other problems.
Are you stopping the horses to?
Oh,
are you stopping the horse?
I see.
Because
Okay.
you're driving the carriage as this happens.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like I get like startled, and then I veer off road like without telling anybody. I'm just like I'm still just sort of like, oh shit, like something's going on.
Yeah, Ellie and Aisha, you can make perception rolls for this part. And so will Ismark and Irene. Ismark, what's up, boy?
He and
Natural
Christopher
one.
are talking.
Ismark,
Perfil.
Ismark, Ellie, and Christopher. They're all talking. Y'all are having
I got a 24.
24. Okay.
Damn.
You guys are like having a conversation in the back. Maybe you're telling stories. Maybe like it's, I don't know, maybe you're getting gay in the back. I don't fucking know. What are you guys doing? Aisha, you feel the carriage shift and it doesn't feel like, you ran over a bump or something. This is a turn. And actually Irina will like reach over and like kind of grab your arm a little bit. Like I think the turn might have startled her. Maybe she was asleep or something, but she also has noticed something, and she kind of looks at you with semi-panicked confusion because you would be way more like, you are way more like experienced than her when it comes to these things. But you can tell that there's recognition. She's also like, something's wrong.
Yeah, I just nod to Irina. I assume there's like some sort of like door or window between the
Yeah, there is a
carriage-
window that you can straight up, like if you move up to the front, you can talk.
Yeah, so I'll just like slide it open and go, "Hey, what's going on?
Turn to the lake.
Why are we going to the lake?"
I don't know. She speaks to me. Says that. I don't know.
Who's speaking?
Lamashtu.
Cool, great, wonderful. Aisha closes the window and then turns back to everybody and says, "God says we're going to the lake.
God says what?
Going to the lake."
Okay.
How far does that veer us off of our path exactly?
So the lake it's not that far.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just I would say you were right at the edge. So like Velaki wasn't in sight per se, but like it was a straight like down the road is Velaki kind of thing. So you're on the correct path. It's just rather than make that turn, you went like you turned up, you turned north. You're like, no, we're gonna keep going towards the lake. And you keep going, and there is you feel your goddess's panic, Maria, because I would say that like you are being panicked through the pressure here. Um, as she urges you to go faster, to go faster. Um, and you finally reach the lake, and at the foot of a mountain, nestled in the misty forest, is a large lake. The water is perfectly still and dark, reflecting the black clouds overhead like a monstrous mirror. Pulled up along the south shore are 3 small rowboats. A 4th boat can be seen in the middle of the lake, with a lone figure sitting in it with a fishing pole in hand. And kind of in your vision, Maria, pinging in the boat with it is the body of a small child.
So is there a dead child in the lake, or?
It's alive.
Okay.
You can make me religion, you can make me survival. You can also make me perception, and everybody else perception, because you are all in. Yeah, you can all like peek out the window, get out of the caravan. You see all of this as well. It's morning.
Let's do religion.
Mm-hmm.
26.
Yeah, I get out of the wagon, but I fully don't know what I'm looking at.
27.
Ellie, that child is bound and gagged.
I'm like tugging on Aisha's sleeve, like, do you see that?
I see a boat. What do you see?
That child is bound and gagged. There's a child in that boat. They're being held prisoner, clearly.
Aisha just curses in multiple languages and just gets into a rowboat and starts rowing.
26 for religion. You are your domain specifically as a cleric is family. You understand that the mother of monsters would be very concerned over the safety of any child.
Yeah.
And you can tell just before Ellie goes, bound and gagged child, that this child is in danger. And
Is this a sacrifice-based ritual danger situation, or?
could be.
Okay.
There's a lot of things going on here. The child is in danger. The person in the boat is also possibly in danger.
Okay.
And you get a very strong feeling that there's something in the lake.
Okay. Before, Aisha, you run off. Let me see what the specific things. Okay, so with Water Walk, I'm gonna cast Water Walk on you specifically, Aisha, because you're the one going out. So you don't have to get the rowboat if you don't want to. But whoever else, obviously, will have to go out on a rowboat. Yeah, I think the rest of us, basically, at the very least, Maria and Ellie go out on rowboat while Aisha can run.
Ismark and Irina will go on another one, so you have 2 rowboats out with Water Walk, Aisha. You are nearing. I will say it doesn't take you too long to get, because you guys are kind of fucking going full speed here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do run faster than a rowboat, so I'm just
Yeah.
hoofing it,
Yeah.
literally.
When you get there, Aisha, two things you notice right off the top. Okay, if you had any worries about the state of the child, besides, clearly being restrained, alive, breathing, as well as you can be, right now, as healthy as you can be right now, the man in a trance. Not here. Like, not here. If you snap your fingers, not here. Somewhere else entirely. And the water starts to move beneath you. Not beneath you, but rather in front of you. You see bubbles. That's where we're gonna end.
Oh, hell
Okay,
no.
Fuck.
That's right. That's right. Water combat! I hope y'all can swim.
Can I swim?
Well,
I don't know. I've never swam in this.
How do I
form,
know? How do
so-
I know?
So